Yo, yo, yo. What it do? What it do? And welcome back aboard Cardboard Sam. Hey, 4-2, how's it going? How are you doing this evening? Let's see here. Okay, do you have the Piper Archer by Coronata? I do not have the Piper Archer. When I eventually join you in the segment, I don't think you can see planes you don't own in multiplayer. Yeah, I do not have that, but I will get that, so that I can actually see you. And yes, I did get your friend request, and I did accept it. So we are good to go there. So I'll make sure that we are set for that trip. Therefore, too. Hey Howard, how's it going, my man? How are you doing today? Okay. Let's see what we got going on here. Let's get this plugged in real quick. We are headed to KCDR. The Piper caps out at 120, so I might be a little behind. Well, I can slow it down a bit. I mean, we're gonna be hopping through, you know, all the states are fairly small, so it's gonna be pretty much. I'm thinking what I'm gonna try to do is once we get on that side of town, probably gonna end up making multiple state runs instead of doing one individually on that side because they're so small. And looking at how many days are left in the year, that will help me catch up so we can actually finish this thing all the way out by the 31st. So yeah, that won't be a problem. I'll just fly slower. Oh no, that's not a problem, man. I mean, if that's the plane of your choice, I'm fine with that. I mean, I won't necessarily fly it, but I'll just get it just to have it in hand so that the model match will be exact. So you're fine. Okay. So, for starters, let's get this thing cranked up. Brakes are set. Let's get some beacon lights going. Yep. And let's get it cranked up. Okay. Get some air going on in here. Get some nav going. Really hope it's a Friday or Saturday. I can actually do it. With my luck, it won't be. Well, what I will make sure the route is set up so that we land. We'll be able to do that flight on a Friday or Saturday. It's 4-2, so don't worry about that. You put that request in, and I'm gonna make sure that happens for you. I understand your time and your schedule, so I do not want to hinder anything on your end, and I definitely want to see that trip is made. So I got your back, 4-2. Don't worry about it, man. Okay. So today we are back here where we landed yesterday in Yellowstone Regional in Cody, Wyoming, and we are headed over to Shadron Municipal. I think that's how you say it. Shadron, something of the sort. In Nebraska. We do have live weather on, but we are going to be VFR. Clouds are scattered, so I don't think we have to climb as high. We should be able to stay below the clouds so that we can maintain VFR all the way through. Today's flight is 277 nautical miles, which will probably take us roughly an hour and a half today. Give or take, depending on winds. I am trying something out today as well. So I was playing around with some settings last night after the flight, as I always do. I am, like I said, religiously every night after each flight tweaking settings and seeing how much I can actually push this thing, because one thing that I have learned is when I don't give this thing enough to play with, it struggles. But then when I push it as hard as I can, I seem to get better performance. But then, of course, you still get some lag. And, of course, most of the lag is still coming from the 750. So today, I'm decided that I'm going to push it today and see how well it performs. I know it's going to be a little laggy, but I just want to test it and see. So I got live weather on. Everything is maxed. Well, the only thing that's not maxed is TLOD, but I think I do have it set to 200 today. Everything else is maxed out, and with all my usual programs and all that good stuff. So we'll see how she do. When I was playing with it last night, it wasn't too bad. You know, it was there, but wasn't too bad. But we'll see. 2024 loaded today, so, and I changed nothing. Yeah, man. You know, at this point, 4.2, I'm kind of stuck with 2024. I think it's just one of those things where, as the updates are being made and implemented, you know, cleaning up the things that they see that are hindering, you know, people from, you know, being able to fly 2024 the way they should. They'll slowly start working these kinks out. So, I mean, if you haven't changed nothing and it loaded in, then you know, hey, it's really nothing on your end. There's always things that you can tweak to make things better on your end, but if it works for now, then hey, it's just one of those things you just have to keep riding the wave until everything is smoothed out. So, all right, let's get this thing going. We do not have ATIS here, so let's get the current weather at least. Winds are 270 at 8. Visibility 10. Clouds are at 95. Ceiling at least 12,000 AGL. Temperature is 0. So let's get some PDOT heaps going. 29903 on the altimeter. And let's get. We are going to take off runway 22 out of here, which is that one down there. Okay. Just load it up, and the 172 does 120 to 230. So I'll fly that down by the Piper. Alright, 4-2. I'll keep my pockets closed. So let's get going here. Let's get CTAF on 1228. And we'll load center on 12775 once we are airborne and out of Yellowstone Regional. 12775. Okay. Let's go. Let's get some taxi lights going. Some strobes. Well, strobes are actually off until we hit the runway. Let's check surfaces. Surfaces look good. Everything is good there. Alright. Let's ride. Quick brake check. Brakes are good. Alright. Man, I tell you, if FS2020 was optimized better, man, I wouldn't even know if I even want to do 2024, to be honest with you. I mean, because right now, like I said, everything maxed out. TLOD is at 200, and of course, like I said, it's not butter smooth, but I'm really getting almost the same amount of performance, maybe a little less, than if I have TLOD all the way off. So and I've even adjusted the from 200 to 100, and I haven't there's really not that much of a difference in performance either. So what I do know is it's the 750. I don't like I said, it's not the 750 itself. I don't know if it's the tablet or is it the fact that it's running in a different resolution, and so that might be causing some issues. It shouldn't. I mean, there's not a lot of information, but I don't know. I'm really thinking about getting a 10-inch touchscreen that is HDMI, and just plugging that into the back of the GPU with the 3 TVs and see if that causes, you know, so instead of running through spacedesk, it's just I'm not trying to render through, you know, another program. So I don't know. Okay, I was supposed to call out my taxi, but that's alright. Oh, let me not say nothing on that. Alright, 4-2, you have a good one, man. We'll chat with you later, man. Alright. Yellowstone Regional Bonanza 424 Romeo Papa is taking off runway 22, departing to the east. Yellowstone traffic. Alright. Landing light strobes on. First notch of flaps coming in. We are clear right and left. Let's ride. Airspeed is alive. Ooh, it's pushing me. There's 60. And we are off. Oh, nope. Gear is coming up. Speed checks, flaps is coming up. We are climbing out. And we are making our left hand turn out. Yellowstone traffic, Bonanza 424 on your Papa is turning left crosswind, departing to the west. Yellowstone traffic. I think we're pretty clear on this one, so we could probably I'll say we take it to about take it to about 8,500. Yellowstone traffic, Bonanza 424 Romeo Papa is departing to the west. Final call. Yellowstone traffic. Alright, let's get on over to Salt Lake Center. And we're climbing out to 9,000. Salt Lake Center, Bonanza 424 Romeo Papa is departing Kilo Charlie Oscar Delta through 7,000 for 9,000. Request flight following to Kilo Charlie Delta Romeo.
Bonanza 4 Romeo Papa, squawk 1473 and ident.
1473 and ident. Bonanza 424 Romeo Papa.
Bonanza 4 Romeo Papa, radar contact 3 miles southeast of Yellowstone Regional Airport at 7700 feet. Heading 0901. Cody altimeter 29er.901.
29901 Bonanza 424 Romeo Papa. Alright, lights are coming off.
Bonanza 4 Romeo Papa, roger. Continue on course to KCDR.
Continue on course, Bonanza 424 Romeo Papa. Alright, Coco. Hey man, sitting in the sim testing and fault finding from last night. Hey Seth, how's it going? Hey, that was kind of crazy, man. I don't know why I thought that originally. I thought it was the night before that the flight had went. And then when I got done flying, I went on YouTube to look at it, and I was like, oh no, it's not until tonight. So I kept myself up all night so that I could get in on the action on the last flight. And for some odd reason, my Discord on the PC would just not load in, and I don't know why. I had it running earlier, and I didn't know what to do. By that time I was so tired and my brain was fried, so I'm like, I'm going to bed. So it kind of sucks that things didn't work out, but I don't. So what? It's a OBS issue, or what's going on with that? Oh no, it's all good, man. You know, like I said earlier, man, things happen. That's what I was talking about yesterday. There's never a dull moment with simming. There's always something going on. Oh man, Beechcraft, that's not cool. I hope it wasn't some update, cause Lord have mercy, one small update could change everything. Oh, decided to update while streaming, which, you know what's crazy, Seth? When I originally updated to the 24H2, my sim didn't like it, or my PC, it didn't like the update. It did not like the update, so I ended up going back to the previous version. But then NVIDIA came out with a new version, so I updated the new NVIDIA drivers, and then I went back with the new Windows update, and it seemed to have liked that. So I think it's you might want to check your DLSS version and make sure you have the most current one if you don't already, and then maybe do a fresh one, a fresh Windows update on that, and see. Or just keep that until the stream is over, so then you can actually deal with it some more, so you don't have that issue again. Yeah, I don't know. Mine did the same thing in the beginning, but like I said, once that DLSS version came out, it seemed to fix it. So we are currently (9,300 feet. I decided to go up just a few. It's because I don't know about this mountain. I'm trying to look ahead to see, because that's about the only obstacle that we're really going to have. And I'm trying to see what that height is, but for some odd reason I can't get a good. Let's see. That's saying 74 right there. So we should be okay. That puts us 1,900 over the top. And we're not going over the highest point. Which is that. So we should be okay. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and get leaned out here a little bit. Get a little more power in. 15.7, 15.8, 15.8. Cool. You, Val, my mans. How goes it today? So we got about a 17 knot tailwind. We're doing about 145. And ground speed is 177. So we smoking. We are smoking. Like I said, so I'm doing some testing for those who are just popping in. That's what's up, Val. Glad to hear that. Today I am testing the sim out. I am pushing it to its max capacity right now, minus 200 on the LOD. So the sim is completely maxed out, and TLOD is on 200. I'm running TAA at 100% rendering with all the programs running, of course, and OBS running. I just want to see how well she does with this type of power. Like I said, I was doing some testing last night, and I gotta sort out the problem with the 750 lag. I've checked around on YouTube. I've done all the little tricks of the trade to maximize performance on that and decrease the lag and the frame drop. But it has something to do with that. Because as soon as I turn that off, everything changes. So running the sim at too low of settings, it doesn't like it. It runs just as bad as if I got everything maxed out. So I don't know. I mean, the performance right now is not horrible. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not it's not an unplayable flight. I think right now I'm probably, if my frame thing was on, I would probably say I'm probably pushing around 25 right now. So of course, you know, there is a little bit of lag, but it's a slow, smooth lag, I guess. If I can figure out a way to trick the CPU into performing more, you know, if I can get the CPU to play at, you know, even maybe 40% of its utilization, I think I will be just where I need to be. I just got to figure out how to do it. So, but I will say the graphics, you know, the level of detail and just the overall quality of the picture itself is just, it definitely is a game changer if you could ever get your PC to do that. Which, I mean, my PC has shown itself that it can handle it, even with 3 screens in 4K. Still a couple minor things that need to be solved to me, which are the $1 million mystery questions. You're right, says this is all we do. You know, we should try to contact the Sobo and Flight Sim and say, hey, look, we will become your full-time testers and tell y'all what y'all need to do to optimize these things for everybody else. Oh, don't you just love those days, Sess? When you already have your day planned on, you know, being ahead of the game, but you end up having to spend all day testing and plucking and changing and reconfiguring and testing and changing. I think, you know, a lot of people really think that, okay, you spend a ton of money, you know, building a enclosed sim and you got all this stuff up and running, and once you get it up and running, it's you good. No, it don't work that way. this is about the closest thing to owning the plane. You never know when something's gonna break loose on you, and it always seems to want to break loose in the most inconvenient time. Yo, buddy, what do you do? How that 750 treating you? Yeah, there's always something to do, Sess. There is always something to do. That's why, like, now I have learned to, I try to at least pop in the sim at least an hour to an hour and a half before the flight and do ops checks on everything. Because you cannot trust you cannot trust a PC. You can't trust these programs. You can't. Because there's been a couple times where I've flown and I had no instrumentation functioning. So I was just literally flying blind. You're right, exactly. Well, I mean, as far as the 750 goes, I mean, I guess it could be kind of hard if that's, yeah. Cause I think it took me about the same amount of time to figure all that out too. But the beautiful thing about that, man, once you got it, man, you got it. Now it's just a matter of maintaining and everything working good. So are you enjoying the are the flights a little bit more realistic and a little bit more immersive now that you have the whole set going on, Bunny? The 750 Navigraph and SayIntentions combo. I feel like that's one of the best combos you can have. They all talk to each other for the most part. They all work together. It flows. It's just there. Y'all, we are cooking right now. 30 knot tailwind. We doing 189 on the ground. I get it in my toolbar, but it won't show in the plane. PC12. I need to download the panel somehow since I bought the plane place. Okay. So you're going to need the what is it called? If you go back onto the PMS50 website, they got a list of planes that the 750, because you have that one, but then you also have the ones where it's kind of like an add-on, so it changes. So like if your PC12 has the GNS 530 set up, it'll replace it with the 750. what is it called? I cannot think of the name of it. It'll come to me. But you should be able to, why does my screen look all crooked? My screen look crooked? I think I need to readjust this one back here. Looks like the rear camera got us leaning like I'm heavy on the left side or something. Yes, it says it's already integrated, but that's wrong since it's SWS, not Coronado. Okay. That is gotta work. I wonder if you do like a PC12 GTN 750 mod, like do like a Google search on that and see if maybe FlightSim.2 or even maybe where you purchased the well, Marketplace is not going to have it. Because if you have the drop down off the toolbar, it works, but now you can drag and you can drag and drop that one, but I don't know if the touch functions will work. I can't remember. So close yet so far. Because I know when I had the BR Sim Designs VTEL, that one originally came with the GNS 530, and then they dropped the 750 mod, and it was a community folder situation. You know, it was just kind of a drag and drop in, and it replaces the 530 with the 750, and that's when I did the swap to the 750, and I used that for a while. You've hit all the discords. It works good in toolbar. Okay. Do you have touch functions from the toolbar? I guess that'll be my next question, because I can't remember if I had touch functions. Oh, okay. Well, cool then. Well, you straight. That's what's up. We're about to try to skim these mountaintops, y'all. Oh no, I might have to go up a little bit. We'll see. It's looking a little scary here. That's the crazy part, cause I'm not seeing. I don't know. We might make it. We might make it. I know what I'm missing. I'm missing my glasses. What do I do with my glasses? That's why I can't half see right now. I think I just need to leave. No, can't do that. Well, I got my other ones. I could use my other ones and just keep them in here. I'm not about to get them now, though. You're right, Bunny. It's always something. But what's crazy is the amount of time that we spend researching, watching videos, reading through Discords, reading through forums, going on Facebook groups. You know, you get real good at this thing. Like, think back when you first started flight sim in the very beginning, and to where you at now. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know more and more about how a PC functions. You know how things work. You know, you know a little bit of coding without even knowing coding. I've learned how to wire switches and make them work. I know where to go to automatically for certain information that I need. In the beginning, it was just Google this, YouTube that, Google this, YouTube that. So, it's a lot that goes on in the background that people don't know about to get these things to do what we make them do. Just okay. 80,000 away from buying the V35 on the FSLTL. Nice, buddy. Oh, it might get a little rocky over these hills. Oh boy. Yeah, but stop doing them for 3 months, then you're having to relearn all of it. Well, I mean, if yeah, these updrafts got us rocking a little bit, y'all. 9 times out of 10, once you got it, you kind of got it. I guess it just really depends on how in depth you are with it, you know? Like, I could probably step away from the sim for, say, 3 months, and let's say I end up losing my whole configuration on mobiflight. It would take me very minimum time to get the basic switches going, like the ones that already have auto presets. Well, not auto presets, but, you know, presets like your landing lights, taxi lights. That's all on the generic. Like, you could pretty much use any aircraft or any preset that has a taxi light, it'll work for the most part. It might take me a little bit to do the custom ones that I have, like for my flaps and for the LED lights. The landing gear lights is pretty much self-explanatory. Those are easy presets. But the flap LED lights, that one was a monster. I think out of everything in mobiflight, I had to figure out that one took me the longest. Y'all, we are doing 190 on the ground right now. We are smoking. Oh, Sess, matter of fact, let me one thing that I learned on that Windows
terrain ahead.
Update.
Terrain ahead. Pull up. Terrain ahead. Pull up. Terrain ahead. Pull. Terrain ahead. Terrain ahead.
Okay, hush. Yeah, we getting it right now. Back to you. What I was saying. Dang, I'm going 175 ground in my 208. Yeah, I got a 20 knot tailwind, Val. I had a 30 knot tailwind earlier. I mean, you can literally look out the wing, man. I am floating across these tops. That update says, I'm sorry, that update, when you update it, I know it threw off a couple of my settings that I had. You want to make sure that flight sim was it flight? Yeah, make sure that your exclusion, because I think it knocked out the exclusion for flight sim, so I had to redo that. I think that's really about it. I think that's really about it. Oh, yeah, that's never a good one right there. I don't think mine did that though. I didn't BSOD. It just extra slow and laggy. There was just I didn't know what was going on. I was like, well, it's got to be that update. So when I rolled it back, everything went back to normal. And I was like, oh, okay, well, it's just an update. And the only reason why I updated to the the 24H2 was because Island Sim Pilot, you know, I follow him almost anytime he drops a video regarding updates and stuff like that. I watch it. And he said that the Windows update is actually supposed to give better performance for Microsoft Flight Simulator, and he talked about that along with the DLSS update.
Bonanza 4 Romeo Papa, contact Denver Center on 133.675.
Going to 133.675, Bonanza 424 Romeo Papa. Good day. Denver Center, Bonanza 424 Romeo Papa, level at 9,300. Wow, look at this drop off.
Bonanza 424 Romeo, Papa Denver Center. Good morning, 10 sleep altimeter 29.88.
2988, Bonanza 424 Romeo Papa. So when I saw that video where he did that update, I'm like, oh well, I'm going in. So I did the Windows update, I did the DLSS, and then come to find out that that new DLSS was, it didn't really do too good for a lot of people. So I think I rolled back the Windows, and then they came out with another one right after that, and then I updated that one, and then I went back and updated Windows again, and everything was fine. So Windows and DLSS for flight sim, they really work hand in hand for real. But what one thing I like about DLSS is, especially with that DLSS swapper tool, man, it makes life so much easier. You literally just go in, you can roll it back by just one click of a button prior to entering the sim, and you're good to go. So what I like to do is keep a mental note in my head on what drivers were stable and give me the best performance. So as they update, you know, if I get in one and I notice that I'm getting horrible performance, I'll just roll it back to whichever DLSS version that I had that was the best, and I'll rock out with that one until, you know, a new version come out. You might want to dodge this cloud here. Let's see, 14 knot tailwind. We are now doing 181. Oh, Val, was it you I was talking to last night when I was talking about the guy that I follow a lot, that flies the Bonanzas? I couldn't remember his name, but he did a round the world trip and got caught up in Russia. Was it you I was talking to? I can't remember. Anyway, the guy's name is Matt Gutmiller, I think is how you say his last name. He's actually flying TBMs now. I mean, I'm pretty sure he still has his Bonanza, but I had popped in on his channel earlier today and noticed that he's actually flying TBM, so he's moving on up. SayIntentions, Millie Professional. My co-pilot was explaining in detail how to switch to the 750. That is never good, not always possible to recover from. Are you referring to Sesim's crash, Howard? We are 160 miles out. Oh, yeah. Well, you know, Howard, I'm gonna be honest with you. I've had many of BSODs, and I don't think I ever had one take me all the way out. Now, I think the worst I've ever had was the FSX days, where, but that's when I really started getting crazy with this sim thing. I mean, I had, at the most, I had 3 PCs running. I had, was it 7, 8, 9, 10? I had 11 screens running. I mean, I dumped a boatload of money into that 747 build, and at one point I started getting those, and I mean, I would literally go downstairs, turn it on, try to set everything to default, and I would just keep getting it over and over, and I could never figure it out. So I ended up uninstalling everything and start reinstalling everything one by one. And that seemed to have fixed the problem, but it took me, that one took me a couple months to get over, because I was doing that in the middle of flying, you know, well, doing my job in the military pretty much. So, you know, I would go and fly out for, you know, a week here or 2 weeks there. I'll come home for a couple days and relax, and I'll go down to sim. I'll get a few hours to tinker with it until I get tired of dealing with it, and then I'll back out again. But I mean, the ones now, it's kind of, I think it'll be hard for the people that don't understand how PCs work, and you know where to attack the BSOD first. Like if you just know how, like, you just buy a computer and you just plug and play stuff, I can see where it can be very, very daunting, like stressful, because you don't even know where to begin. But 9 times out of 10, it will be an update. It would either be an update, or if you did a hardware change. Sometimes you can get those if you like if you decide to add extra RAM. You can get those from a new stick, because I don't know how many times I bought memory, or I bought RAM and got a bad stick out the box. It happens. But 9 times out of 10, it's an update, and it doesn't, like, or your PC is overdriven. Like, if you know you got a 1080 graphics card and you trying to push a 4K TV or something to the max, you could possibly blue screen it out, you know. But they're recoverable. Just know they're not it's not that bad. Oh, Sess, I'm feeling a lot better today. Thank you. I'm about done with this battle. I say maybe about one more day of some meds and some fluids. I should be good to go there. Alright, we should be able to go back to nav now. Just trying to stay out of those clouds. Well, go save your house, Sess. We'll be here. got somebody in a 777 out here. Tap that 101. Oh man, that's funny. I think he's at 38,000. Wait a second. I'm missing something here. Why not get in? My stuff back together here. Okay. Got y'all out here in the wind with no music. Nice. That's me on the stream. Don't worry about it. I blacked the screen out. There you go, Sess. That'll shut him up. One thing I will say is when you crank that TLOD up, man, it really shows you just how much more the sim has to offer. I mean, even if you're looking at the plane right now, I mean, when I have it scaled down, you don't even really see the level of detail on the plane as you see now. Like, you can see all the rivets, all the bolts, like the texture of the aircraft is way more, deeper, I guess, in the sense of reflection and things like that. Well, I mean, that's 4 teenage boys to 1. That's a good fight right there. Oh yeah, that's a good idea, Bunny. I might do that. I just might do that. There ain't nobody getting no water out here, y'all. The only water you get in here is the tub and the shower. $750 in the panel. That's what I'm talking about, buddy. That's what I'm talking about. I love it, I love it, I love it. Hey, 24 hours ain't not too bad. I gotta readjust my screens again. I'm loving this tailwind, y'all. 30 knots to the tail. We doing 192 on the ground. I am leaned out at 16.2 right now. And I'm doing currently 146, 147 knots. There's tap that 101. 777 on the nose. 33,786 feet. Oh man. Shoot, we about 35 minutes out. That's crazy. It look like rain clouds over there, y'all. I don't know. It might just be clouds, but that look like rain to me. There's nothing out here. Cool, Bunny. I'll check that out once I touch down, man. Yeah, it's time to get it in now. That's 750. I still need to download the PC-12 so whenever we do get a chance to fly together, you can model right. I'm kind of OCD when it comes to that stuff. It kind of bothers me when I'm flying with people and the plane that they're flying I don't have, and so now you look generic. It drives me crazy. So I definitely got to get that one downloaded. And then I noticed too, I have my cowl flap switch does not work and my carb heat does not work. So I was trying to mess with it a little bit last night, but I was too busy trying to get the settings on this thing working. So I got those two to fix. I need to add there was something else I wanted to add in here. I can't remember. It'll come to me. I can't think of it right now. Something that I actually might end up adding down the road too is a functioning circuit breaker panel. I actually have two. I have one on each side. They're not even any breakers. It's really just some cardboard, of course, with some black construction paper over top of it, with a white pen with all the lettering, and then the little red butt connectors, like little wire butt connectors. I use those as my circuit breakers. So I mean, they can slide in and out, you know, and I just kind of push some out every once in a while just to simulate something maybe got popped or something like that. But maybe down the road I might go ahead and add some real functioning circuit breakers. Well, let me see how many I got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I have 18 circuit breakers in here. Nice, Val. There you go. Right, you better get credit. Shoot, that's a lot of work not be getting credit for. Now I get to use the autopilot panel on one of the 4th or 5th windows below the main screens. That's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, autopilot is nice. I mean, I know a lot of VFR guys, you know, they frown upon the, you know, you can't VFR if you fly autopilot, then you're not a real general aviation pilot. Hey, listen, I'm not about to sit here and try to keep this plane level. I mean, it would be a lot easier on like a 170. I mean, when you're doing 120 knots, it's a lot easier to keep a plane level and steady and all that. This plane is difficult to stay level, and I don't know if it's because, and that's why I want to get my trim wheel. I looked up that guy's system. But when he built it, that's like an old, that was like FSX days. What is it? He has a whole site. He shows you, like, he gives you the 3D prints for it, and then like he gives you the websites to buy the cards and all of this stuff, and he gives you the information on how to do your own motion platform, like tons of information. I think what I'm going to try to do is, because I mean, when he created that, he created a motorized trim wheel, but he built his own software for it. So that was pre-mobiflight. So what I'm thinking about doing is downloading the STL files, print out the, you know, the trim wheel and all the components, and then buy order the encoders and the potentiometers and all that. I mean, I got a boatload of potentiometers, but they're the cheapos. So I might end up just ordering the ones that he says to get, because obviously it would make more sense because he actually built it around those or whatever. And then I want to see if I can integrate those with mobiflight, which I think I can, because the biggest thing with mobiflight is, like, you just can't throw, like, I tried just throwing in a servo. I mean, not a servo, but a no, it was a servo. Well, see, I wanted to work both ways. I wanted to be able to read the output and input as well. So I wanted to be able to be used manually, and when autopilot is engaged, it goes with, you know, it auto trims out. So it's like you have to have a potentiometer for the input, and you have to have a servo for the output to read, so that the motor then turns, something to that effect. And what I try to do is I try to modify my little cheapo trim wheel with just a servo, and it, like, you could feel the motor turning, but it couldn't, something to have to do with the steps and how the coding is or whatever. But anyway, I think that's what I'm going to do, because I'm not feeling the electric trim. I don't like it. It's just not my thing. But I use it because that's all I have right now. 3-hour flight. Yep, ultimately I get lots of practice flying. Like this time I did my first RNAV approach. Nice. How'd you do in that RNAV? I'm all about IFR and night flying, so it's Mendo. I hear that. You know, I enjoy night flying. I think it's a gorgeous thing. I try not to do too many nights on the tour, just because it just won't pick up as good. And I mean, especially like out here on this side of town anyway, there's really nothing to look at. You really just be looking at darkness. So I'd rather just keep it daytime for now, so that, you know, y'all do have something to look at. landed on the first try. That's what I'm talking about, Val. Our navs aren't too bad. As a matter of fact, the flight yesterday was actually an RNAV approach, but I ended up just going VFR. Just the flight was already long, and just by how the ATC was bringing me in, like he had told me he was gonna give me a descent down, you know, in 20 minutes, but I could start my descent earlier. But I was trying to hold out because where the airport was, it was behind, it was down in the valley behind, you know, these other mountains. So I didn't want to come in too low at first, and I couldn't really tell because I was running low graphics, so nothing was detailed, so I couldn't tell what was really what. But it was an RNAV approach, and really what it was supposed to happen was I was supposed to have been way west on the approach, because it would have actually brought me around those tops and then brought me down through the gorge pretty much. And but it's all right. I like RNAVs. I have a Team G that adds two 14-inch monitors to your laptop or PC. It's perfect for a private jet, Garmin style panel. Look for $100 or less. See, buddy, you know what I'm thinking about doing? The more and more I think about it, I'm really just thinking about getting rid of taking the fire tablet.
Bonanza 4 Romeo Papa, contact Denver Center on 135.6.
Going to 1356, Bonanza 424 Romeo Papa today. Denver Center, Bonanza 424 Romeo Papa is level at 9,300.
Bonanza 424 Romeo Papa, Denver Center. Good morning, Newcastle. Altimeter 29.83.
2983, Bonanza 424 Romeo Papa. And I think I'm going to start working myself down here. We are 70 miles out. I'm loving this tailwind because it is getting us down the road. But I don't want to have to do a crazy descent down. Let me get info here. Elevation at the field is 3,300 feet. So let's get on down to, we'll start down to 5,000 for now. And our descent is 283, so we'll go 300 on the descent. What I'm thinking about doing is getting me a 10-inch. I'm thinking a 10-inch should work, because that's a 10-inch right there. Now I know what's going to happen is, because I actually still got a little bit more screen beneath this little strip here of tape. I got to redo this. Originally this panel was a 530 with the KAP 140 autopilot when I first started building this thing. And then when the 750 mod came out, I had to do some hacking to make that work. So I may eventually have to redo this, not the big part, but the front, the face cover, I guess. I'm gonna have to redo it. But what I want to do is get a 10-inch HDMI touchscreen, hook that into the GPU, and I think that'll solve my problem with that. But I need to find one that is 4K, because I feel like that might be the culprit well, two reasons. One, fire tablet processing speed is really not that great. It's not really meant to do this, even though it's not doing much, but that's still a lot of information being passed through a cheap USB cable. Well, it's not even going through USB cable because I'm actually running Wi-Fi. I actually tried using the USB cable and using it as a landline, and I noticed I was getting worse performance than I was with the Wi-Fi. So I don't know if it's the cable or what, but nonetheless, I got to get rid of this lag, and I think that's the only way to do it. I feel like because it's running at 1980 by or 1920 by 1080, the resolution is different from the screens, so the system is trying to process two different resolutions. I think that might be causing the lag. So I want to get a HDMI screen, and I'm going to incorporate the 750 and 650. So that way I can actually monitor two sets of comms. So instead of, because now if I remember correctly, I was reading up on something, and they say that for the most part you can get away with just having one comm in general aviation. What I don't like about it is, if I want to go to ATIS to catch the, get the weather and stuff at the airport, in the time of me listening to that, ATC could be contacting me or letting me know something is going on, and I missed that, and potentially, have a collision with another aircraft or whatever. I mean, I know it's just sin, but like I said, I'm trying to use this as a study tool as well, so not being able to think, be in contact with them the whole time bothers me when I do that. So by incorporating the 650, I can monitor ATC on COM 1, and then I could just plug ATIS in or whatever other frequency I need to put in on the 650. So I think I'm gonna do that. It won't be this month though, because this month just not a good month to be getting anything. Oh man. Okay. We are 54 miles out. 16 minutes to go. Winds are still 28, and we are 8,000 for 5,000 right now. Ground speed is 203. We are floating. Check. Weather at the field is 310 at 11. Visibility 10. Overcast 85. Ceiling is 85. Temperature is 4. Dew point -8. Altimeter is 2985. Runways. Runway of choice today is going to be runway 30. It's going to be 2-knot crosswind with 11-knot headwind. So 30 is going to be what it is. Let's check the NOTAMs. No NOTAMs for today. Well, we do have an 80AP and not the green only. I think that has nothing to do with us. So we're good there. So we'll be doing a left downwind approach for runway 30. $7,000 or 6,500 for 5,000. To the point I no longer move the camera around the hit button and having a physical thing. Been so nice. Yeah, Val, you know, that for me, not having to touch a mouse, and to be able to control the whole aircraft as if it's the real thing completes. Well, that was with, you know, like I said, I think I have maybe, I know I have at least 200 degrees field of view, if not more. So being able to have that type of view with and not touch a mouse is it just really makes the immersion all the more better. Now I know a lot of people like to use the Knobster. I think it's a cool feature to have, but my thing with that is, even this is my thoughts on the Knobster. So it gives you a physical button encoder to turn and push, right? And you can use it for various instruments or various, you know, things throughout your sim. But you still have to touch the panel that you want the knob to turn. So if I want my altimeter to change, I gotta come up here, touch the altimeter, then grab knobs to turn it. Then if I want to change my heading bug, I gotta come out here and I gotta touch the heading bug and then use the knobs to turn. If my finger is already on the screen, I might as well just go ahead and continue to use my finger to turn it to what I need to turn it to. But that's me though. Oh no, I get it, Val. The hardware is the hardware really changes things, man, for real. We got Savage Rider out here. What are you doing? What are you flying? The Bone. Is he really flying the B1? That would be awesome if he had the B1. Well, if he's flying a B1, I'm wondering if he... No, you way out here with me. I mean, he's not too far from Ellsworth. Alright, let me slow this thing down. We are cooking at 206. Denver Center, Bonanza 424, Romeo Papa is 19 miles west of Kilo Charlie Delta Romeo. Full stop, runway 30. I might just go ahead and cancel VFR.
Bonanza 4 Romeo Papa, cleared for approach runway 30 at Chadron. Contact Chadron CTAF on 122.8.
Cleared approach for runway 30 at Chadron. Going to 1228. Bonanza 424 Romeo Papa, good day. Did I get... No, I did not get FS realistic, to be honest. I need to do that tonight when I get off. I need that. Yeah, I need to get that. Chadron traffic, Bonanza 424, Romeo Papa is inbound 15 miles from the west. Runway 30, full stop. Chadron traffic. And let's go ahead and squawk VFR. go. Hey, Larry, how's it going? Oh, your mama's from Chardonnay, I see. I'm just messing. Oh, that's what's up, man. Well, we are landing here near her as we speak. This wind is still pushing us. That's crazy. We still 22 knots on the tail. Slow her up a lot. And we're gonna go visual 30. Autopilot is coming off. Guess we'll hand fly the rest of the way, y'all. Hey, Norn, how's it going? We're gonna make it butter. That's what we do over here. That's good to hear, Larry. Any more progress on your sim build? I'll make sure I butter this just for you, Nor. Bunny, I'ma get that as soon as we shut down tonight. Now, what I've done for airport, I do have the Orbix globe or airport textures. And that really livened up the textures of, you know, like the taxiways and the runways. But I'm gonna get that FS realistic though. Hey, what was the score on that game, Norn? I know they probably won by a long shot. Cheaters. Hey, anybody in the chat like the Kansas City Chiefs? Oh, there's Savage getting it. And he disappeared. Alright. We got the field. Landing lights coming on. And 19 to 17. Ugh. Of course. You came home on a 96 there, Larry, I see. Alright, speed checks. Gear is coming down. First notch flaps coming in. Shadron traffic, Bonanza 424, Romeo Papa is a left downwind, runway 30, full stop. Shadron traffic. Alright. Got the field there off to the left. Second notch flaps coming in. All right. Let's make this turn here. Watch these power lines here. Shadron traffic, Bonanza 424, Romeo Papa is turning final, runway 30, full stop. Shadron traffic. Oh, this wind. This wind.
$500.
500 to go. All right, gear is down, flaps is down. We got the runway. A little high. Bring it back a little bit. There we go. Want to be 75 over the fence. There's 75. Come on, wind. Work with me here. Come on, wind. Get down. Oh, no butter there. Bounce. That was no butter on that one there, Norn. That was the worst landing I've had. Okay. Let's get off this field. Can I turn here? Why they got the thing sitting? Well, that's odd. They got the windsock. Wind blowing so hard and pushed the windsock onto the taxiway. Yeah, don't get them all the time, Norn. It happens. Shadron traffic, Bonanza 424, Romeo Papa's clear, runway 30. Shadron traffic. All right. And get some strobes off and landing. Is this not a... I am very confused. No, this is... Okay. I don't know if this is a texture issue or... Oh well, whatever. Oh, bunny, yeah, that was a pretty rough landing right there. Yeah, winds were 16 at the nose. Don't worry about it. Norn, well, I'm not gonna say because I have the graphics up crazy and that she's a little bit of stutter prone right now, but it's all good. I didn't flip it, and I mean, what that was the worst landing out of what 23 states so far. So and then we got, what's up with these people over here? It's like they don't want nobody to be here. Is this place abandoned? What's going on? They got the fuel truck blocking, windsock blocking. Okay. Yeah, she's starting to stutter real bad now. That's okay. I'll dial her back down tomorrow for the next flight. And this looks like a good place right here. All right. Not too bad other than the landing. Welcome to Chadron, Nebraska. It don't look like there's much going on out here. Let me see. Hey Janet, what is there to do here in Chadron, Nebraska?
Well, Chevron, Nebraska is a bit of a sleepy place, but you can enjoy the great outdoors. Maybe go for a hike or have a picnic in the nearby parks. Just don't ask Toby about his last picnic experience. He tried to impress a squirrel with his sandwich and ended up in a very awkward standoff.
Of course. Toby. I tell you. Let's see. Ben, I like the Chiefs, but it does seem like they get a lot of calls landed with. Well, of course, they're the Kansas City Chiefs. We all know that. I mean, come on. We all know that they're gonna take the Super Bowl again this year. It's already a proven fact. Don't even get me started with all that. I'm an ice hockey fan. Love the Penguins. Hurricanes on my side. If I were to go hockey there, says. Yeah, I'm with Norn on that one. Bucket list is to go to American football, ice hockey, and baseball games over there. Oh man, so I've done a baseball game. I've done a basketball game. I haven't done a hockey game yet, and I haven't done an NFL game either, which is crazy. I've been wanting to get to a Carolina game for the longest. Just haven't got around to getting to one. Let's get this baby shut down here. And that is that. Let's see. No worries, Ben. Yeah, I'm feeling much better now. Like I said, I probably got about one more day of what's inside of my head, and I should be good to go. Crowd atmosphere will be, man. That would be. I'm gonna look. I don't know if they have anything like that. Would be cool though. Well, if you're talking crowd atmosphere as far as like the games and stuff, oh yeah, it's a different vibe out there, man. Like hearing the noise on TV versus being in the stadium, you got to be there to understand it. It gets wild. Fun times though. Right, Bunny? I made it on the ground. I didn't roll. Hey, that's, you win some, you lose some, but you live. You live to see another day. Oh man. Hey Ben, you know Toby always got one for us, man. You never know. I mean, but she said that, in other words, they ain't nothing to do out here. So I'm probably just gonna go to the hotel and order in and let that be what it is. Ain't nobody about to go out here in the cold. Nope. I lived in South Dakota for 6 years, and I mean, you see a mountain, you see them all. I'm not a hiker. My knees ain't equipped to hike anymore anyway. Could have done the Eagles and Panthers game if it was in Charlotte's day. That would have been cool. I definitely want to get to a Panthers game though at home field one day. I don't know when though, but one day. Oh, that's cool, Val. Friday quotes for the win. Later, Sess. Appreciate it. We'll catch you tomorrow. So tomorrow, we are headed to South Dakota, and I picked this airport, I picked this airport for a reason, because it's gonna set me up for tomorrow's flight. So I will be landing in Rapid City, South Dakota, which was the very first place my feet touched down in South Dakota back in 2004, where I was escorted down the bottom of the hill, down the highway, across the highway to Ellsworth Air Force Base, where I spent the first 6 years of my Air Force career working on B-1 bombers. But before we go to Rapid City Airport, we're going to take a stroll down through the Badlands and take a swing around Mount Rushmore. So I figured we're too close to that to not go and take a look at it. I've never looked at it in the sim, so this is going to be interesting for the both of us, or for all of us, shall I say. So that's what's on the list for tomorrow. And then from there, we head to North Dakota, to Dickinson, North Dakota, by request. And from there, I'll let you know. So that's what's on the schedule for the next couple days. And that should be it. Yeah, Norn, you should be doing that. I'm about to shut it down, y'all. I enjoyed y'all company. Great conversation as usual. Bunny, I'm happy that you got that 750 up and running right. Val, I'm happy that you was able to get your stuff set up for that flight that they try not to give you. So I'm glad you got that. What else? Hey Larry, let your mom know that I'm here. So if she's got some good cooking on the stove for me, I'll be calling my Uber to go get some good home cooking there. Alright, Bunny. Well, alright, all. That is it. I am done for tonight. Later, Howard. Later, Val. Later, Norn. Sess, Ben, and to everyone else. Good night. And this is Cardboard Sim signing out.